Politico is out here spilling a little bit of tea on the relationship between Obama and Biden. So now, in a new report, they say that Barack Obama has voiced doubts privately about the ability of Joe Biden to win against Donald Trump. So now, oh, this comes out, right? Great. Oh, fantastic. Okay. So now, the reason I'm saying, oh, this now comes out like just now instead of earlier is because this happened during the 2020 primary. So now the report says that President Obama had told an unnamed Democrat during the campaign that Joe, quote, or I'm sorry, told him to, quote, not underestimate Joe's ability to fuck things up. Think about that statement right there. I mean, this is an important election, right? I keep hearing everywhere that it's the most important election in history, right? That we got to get the fascist out, which I agree with. We got to get them out. Okay, well, then if Obama had any doubts about Joe Biden, then why didn't we know about it before the party basically gave this whole thing to Joe Biden? I mean, okay, this is insane. All right, there's more, right? Additionally, the report said Obama is said to be concerned privately that Biden does not have an intimate connection with the electorate. Okay, well that's good. That's great. Quote, and you know who really doesn't have it? Joe Biden. Obama told another Democratic candidate during the party's primary, according to Politico, specifically suggesting Biden lacked an intimate bond with the Iowa electorate. Well, wouldn't this be, nice to know before the end of the primary? I mean, yeah, Joe Biden did terribly. You guys remember, Joe Biden sucked in Iowa, right? He did terrible in Nevada. He was on the verge of dropping out before South Carolina. Then he gets a win thanks to Jim Clyburn in the establishment, right? And he gets a win in South Carolina, and then he goes on to basically have Bloody Monday and Super Tuesday, which, again, all the establishment figures basically dropped out thanks to a few choice calls by President Obama. And now we have Joe Biden. That's what happened. Disastrous. I mean, again, we could have had Bernie Sanders and his candidacy. By the way, Bernie Sanders has an army of volunteers and people online who couldn't wait to take on MAGA. Couldn't wait. He also polled consistently higher against Donald Trump, and his ideas are popular with the vast majority of the country. And yet Obama made calls, even though at the same time was privately saying, I think Joe's going to mess this up. Almost nobody had Joe Biden as their first pick, by the way. Even people even the Biden stands, right, on Twitter that are defending Biden, or even in the comment section, you guys have to admit that, no, he wasn't my first choice. A lot of you are a mix of people who supported Elizabeth Warren or Pete Buttigieg or Kamala Harris that are now stuck with Joe Biden, who has major flaws. The guy can't help fuck up. The guy can't do an interview right. I mean, the right wing, all they have to do is watch Joe Biden on a show, right, or do an interview, and they've got meme material easily. I mean, that's just one of the problems. Yeah, one of the other problems is policy-wise, right? So he doesn't have bold policies. And we know that that's my biggest concern with Joe Biden. He does not have bold policy. He might even, by the way, I'm in favor of Medicare for all, but he's not even like to pursue a public option. So where do I get this information, right? Well, it turns out from the healthcare industry. The Partnership for America's Healthcare Future, which is a front group created by health insurance, pharmaceutical, and hospital lobbying groups to oppose Medicare for all. They also announced that they're going to be launching a new national ad campaign since they have crushed Medicare for All to persuade Democrats to abandon a public option. The group said it will run ads during the convention that's happening this week. And of course, within 24 hours of their launch, they say you had anonymous Democratic congressional sources telling The Hill that Democrats likely will not bother with the public option fight next year if Joe Biden wins. Instead, they said the party will instead work to tweak the party's 2010 healthcare law, the Affordable Care Act. To justify the preemptive retreat, Democratic congressional aides told the newspaper that the party's moderate crop of 2020 Senate challenger candidates could make it harder to pass a public option. So basically, like, oh, we have a bunch of moderates, and not only that, but the healthcare industry who pays us, gives us a lot of money in lobbying, really doesn't want this public option either. They really hated Medicare for All, but they also hate public option. We're not going to support this. And so the party's not going to support this. In fact, Democratic congressional aides anticipate that the party would start next year with a more modest package of fixes to Obamacare that do not include a public option in an effort to get some early points on the board. Yeah, no public option. They're not even going to try. Like, I know, again, going back to the Twitter Biden stands, right? They're like, oh my God, we can't go for a Medicare for all. We should go for a public option. Joe's going to get it done. He's going to push for that. He's going to fight for that because it's the more moderate option. In reality, no, the real moderate option that Joe Biden is taking is not the public option. It is, we're going to do a couple of fixes to the ACA. You know, we're going to maybe increase some subsidies a little bit, which will make the price go up and really make the subsidies negligible, but increase healthcare costs, which then, of course, Republicans will cut those subsidies the next time they get into power. And so we're not going to have, oh, by the way, also, they're going to bring back the individual mandate. So get prepared to pay more if you can't afford these insane prices for healthcare. So, all right, well, there you go. That's what they're going to do. By the way, the public option, look, you guys know I'm Medicare for all, right? At least a public option would have been something. Okay. And by the way, it's more popular than Medicare for all. And so it's got serious issues. It's got serious drawbacks, but it had a majority of support among the American people. And yet can't even do that. No guarantee that Biden's going to fight for that. So yeah, they're already fucking it up. And look, that distrust of Biden getting anything done is, fueling, I think, the drop in polls. Independents have already started to lean back towards Donald Trump and supporting Donald Trump. There was a fall off from June, right? Some recent polling. They decided to go for Donald Trump again. When, we could have had maybe a Democratic candidate that would have kept independents. He's catching up to Biden. Battleground states. We could see 2016 happen all over again. And speaking of that, by the way, Obama's support this year for Biden's run was markedly qualified. As noted, Obama said this earlier this year, quote, "I believe Joe has all the qualities we need in a president right now. And I know he will surround himself with good people, the best people, the greatest people." He didn't say that, but. So that's what that's what Obama said about Biden. What did Obama say about Hillary back in 2016? Well, he said this: "I don't think there's ever been someone so qualified to hold this office." That's telling, right? Look, President Obama, okay, this is, hey, he's got good qualities and he'll surround himself with good people versus, no, I think this is the most qualified person we've ever seen. Obama, you have to understand something about Obama. He's not flippant. He doesn't say things off the cuff. He doesn't shoot from the hip, right? He's very careful and measured in his words. That's why it takes him like forever to get through a speech. Okay. Um, and you also have to understand or remember that they worked together for 8 years. Okay. They know each other. Obama not doing that full throated endorsement and then saying, oh, I think he's going to fuck up is really bad. This is bad. And you might wonder, why then did Obama pick Biden? Well, it's not to help Obama, or I'm sorry, it's not to help Biden. It's to help Obama with white people. Okay, and that was the thing. So look, take all this information, put it together, and be depressed, because there's a good chance that thanks to the help of Obama in crushing Bernie Sanders, because that was their number one priority, right? And they just happened to rally around somebody who was familiar, which Joe Biden, right? Because of this, we're looking at 2016 all over again. I got two things to say about that. Thanks, Obama.